Hey everyone, SupeSonicBoom back with another action figure review. Today I will be discussing 5-inch Classic Sonic from Jazwares. I'll tell you all about 6 categories: boxes, articulation, sculpt, pros and cons, accessories, and warnings, all relating to the figure. So let's start out with the box. The box is pretty nice. It's got the render of Classic Sonic from Sonic Generations on it. It's got a nice little checkered background. It says the line of figures, Sonic Through Time, 1991, the year that Sonic the Hedgehog was released, 20th anniversary logo, and then the classic Sonic the Hedgehog logo, all on the front. In back, we've got another Sonic the Hedgehog logo, another render, this time the full thing, and a little blip about Sonic the Hedgehog, 20th anniversary logo, and then all that stuff that nobody really cares about. When displayed inside of its box, the figure looks really nice. But not nearly as much so as its 3-inch counterpart, which mainly looks better due to the background contained on the box, and also the inclusion of a badnik. This one has neither. They've gone with a little faded checkered background thing, which isn't as eye-catching or as cool. So, with the fairly standard box out of the way, let's move on to articulation. So, when compared to 5-inch modern Sonic, modern Sonic has like one more point of articulation, but he also has a bunch of useless joints, well, 2 useless joints. His 2 leg joints can't even move forward, so Sonic can't run. Classic Sonic, yes, forward and backward, which is all you really need. He doesn't have any knee joints though, but that's not really a big deal. His legs are kind of short, they wouldn't even be useful anyway. And he also has stomach articulation, which modern Sonic doesn't. Sculpt and paint job on Classic Sonic are both very good. The paint doesn't really come out of its intended area at all. Everything is appropriately colored. His eyes are black, bottom of his shoes are red. Great paint job. The sculpt is also very good, with shorter legs, classic shoes, no detail on the bottom, short quills for Classic Sonic, round stomach, all that good stuff. A few minor things about the sculpt. His arms, they look kind of muscular because Jazwares isn't very good at making those kinds of joints. His hands are in fist pose, which I don't think they should be. One of them, at least, should be in that pose, like Classic Sonic does all the time. And another thing about his paint job, if you look here, you will see some text, and that's really noticeable and obvious on your figure. They could have put that on the bottom of the shoe or something. But other than that, this guy looks great. Alright, it's time to talk about the pros and cons. Pros. Sonic looks very classic. He's got a great sculpt and a great paint job. The box is neither a pro nor a con. It's just kind of in the middle. And also, Classic Sonic has some really great articulation. Cons. Not really very many, just a few minor complaints, like his arms look a tad bit muscular, his fists could have been in a different pose, and the writing on the shoe is kind of noticeable. Alright, now to talk about accessories. He doesn't have any. Okay, last but not least, warnings when buying this figure. This is actually one of the few figures from Jazwares that doesn't have some kind of horrible defect or terrible malfunction that comes along with it. He's pretty much good from when you buy him in the store to when you take him out of the box. One thing I did notice is that on some of the figures, between the muzzle and the eye, there was like a blue line here where the eye wasn't really attached all the way. So watch out for that in the store and try to get one without that. Other than that, you're pretty much set. Oh, one more tiny warning. If your figure's arm goes back farther than it should, it's not just yours. Jazwares just didn't even put a stopper in for that, so that's completely normal. So, would I recommend this guy? Yes, especially if you love Classic Sonic. He's pretty small for $10, but if you're a Sonic fan, you enjoy Classic Sonic, it's a pretty good buy. And also, if you're wondering, you can pick this guy up at Target. That's the only place I've seen him. Well, thank you for watching this review. I hope it helps you to decide whether to buy this or not. And I will see you guys next time when I review the 3-inch Sonic Through Time figures. Alright, later.